can invite and a few more people to this workshop. Okay, cool. All right. I might kick off then. So awesome, perfect. Thank you very much. And Beatrice is there. I see a few people. Cool. All right. Let me then kick off my presentation and introduce myself shortly. My name is Firai. I am the Senior Business Development Manager at All Seated and in charge of actually hotels and venues and creating the digital twin for them. I'm actually from the hospitality industry. After 15 years with Marriott, Accor, and some other brands in sales and convention sales responsibilities, I'm now moved from the customer of All Seated to someone who's representing this brand. So today is actually not about All Seated. I will try to sum up in the next couple of, let's say, 20-25 minutes, some different kind of best practices, how to remotely sell, yeah, the hotel or the venue. It's like I said, it's not about just All Seated in general, rather having the best opportunities depending on the budgets hotels are having. I reviewed a few examples. So if you have any questions, please drop a question into the chat, the button already on the left hand side. It says chat. There is the workshop chat as well. Drop your questions at any time and I will try to answer them immediately. So let me then kick off now. So basically, and I will do this quite shortly, but you all know that business travel has been changed. I mean, I was lastly at this Accor property when the pandemic hit our industry, and we all felt it, that the way how event planners and travel managers are buying in their properties has been changed, especially when it comes to specific one purpose events. The site inspections are not as being frequented as before, or they come but are preferredly would like to see the venue before coming. And it's not about, like I said, replacing the live site inspections or happenings in the hotels. It's about how to get the advantage in the bidding process, as well as the advantage after you close the contract to have a more effective and a higher quality of service to show the prospects what actually they can suspect. A part of that the business travel has been changed. All these kind of topics we're all talking about and have seen on the main stage as well are relevant as well and will be covered when you have the opportunity to remotely sell your property. And for sure, as always, time is money. I do know, and like I said, in my director of sales and marketing responsibilities, lastly, I know how much work it is for the team to prepare a site inspection. Yeah, so you need showrooms, you need to set up the room maybe, but no staff to create the room. Maybe the room is even occupied. You can't show the client who has been requested or booked the room. And also, one site inspection will last longer than half an hour. You come back, have hundreds of emails more, missed 10 calls, and this kind of tools or initiatives remotely sell will definitely help your staff, as well as especially your staff, to save money and maybe increase the conversion and have a good return on invest. So let's kick off now with the examples. Let me shortly check if I have a question here in the chat button. Yeah, okay, this is just Jenny. All right, let me then start with the first example. And so first example is of a property who has 360 pictures of their venue. 360 pictures, we all know them, are just fixed on one specific point, and you just can turn around to see the 3D environment. But the presentation themselves, so to move around the venue is not possible. It's not possible. You always been fixed on one specific area and can turn around. I like these kind of pictures, but they are mostly not efficient enough to discover the whole space, and the environment is always fixed. So if you have taken the picture with the furniture and the setup like classroom style, the room will stay like that. um, the second example, and I might need the support of my colleagues here, it is a video of a Matterport digital hotel portfolio. Let me shortly check if I can. Yeah, here you go. So it is like an digital brochure where you can click the specific areas. What? One question. Um, Specific areas to jump in between the areas and walk around the whole space, and can then discover the whole space. I would like to show you this. Let me shortly just show you how it looks like. I will turn off my presentation. I will stay with you. Give me 1 second, please. And then you will see what I mean. Here you go. Okay, here you go. Now I share my screen, and then you will see what example I mean. Sharing my screen. Here you go. You probably see now my screen. Yes, you do. It is the open PowerPoint presentation. By clicking on this, you will see now what kind of presentation I meant. So it is just a normal hotel brochure of an hotel where people then can walk around and click on specific items within this whole space. The difference between the first example I have shown, this is always a landing page on the website where people then can turn around like you see here. And the other thing is to have actually a landing page of specific areas with 360 pictures. So this is actually nothing else like the first example, rather having one landing page, one link what you can implement into your PMS and then defaultly send to everyone. The second one is actually quite common. We have here an example of the Lindner Hotel. Matterport Tours has actually most of the hotels. So you jump from one point to the other, is meaning that the area will be scanned with a specific camera. The setup has to be set up. You can't change the setup. So if you have here like classroom style, theater, whatever, the setup will always stay like that. But the consumer, the person who's using this Matterport scan of this hotel, can walk through the whole space and get a really good impression about is it a modern hotel, how is the setup, how are the, maybe where is the coffee break area, where is my conference room. So Matterport cameras is quite common already. Most of the hotels are having, or venues are having it on their website. What is a bit of a weakness of these kind of Matterport tours, you can't customize the environment. Yeah, so it's always the fixed setup we have. The next version or example is a bit more expensive because you can create also a 3D model of a venue, and then you have this bird perspective. The whole venue will be opened, and all specific areas within this venue are clickable. So by clicking on them, this area, you can then easily walk through this venue. So actually, the bird perspective is just a 3D model, but as soon as you enter this space, you will end up in real pictures. But again, as quite similar as Matterport scans, the environment is always fixed. Is meaning, even if the floors are now here empty being scanned, you can't pull in and drag in some chairs and tables to show the client what, I don't know, 112 people looked like in this room. The next example is actually one of my hard projects during my time at 25-hour hotels. We decided to create YouTube videos for each hotel. These YouTube videos, and you will see here, are not like commercial videos. What I mean by that is that the frame per video is being taken by one shoot. So not like 1 second, 2 second frames for each area. So where you can maybe hide something. It's rather a video which guide you through the whole area of this hotel. So one shot videos for each area, so that the consumer and the person who's watching this video gets a really authentic, it's about authentic impression about the facilities and the possibilities within this space. So they're also being shooted really slowly, so not to overwhelm the person, that he gets the most of the time to see really how the hotel looks like. So for each area, one video. Again, this is quite good, and in this part we have the first time something different as the examples in before. We have interaction between a sales representative and the person who's watching the video. In the other examples, it's always the person, the customer, who's discovering the space completely on his own. So no engagement, no interaction between the person, and also yeah, no interaction. I mean, in this case, this nice looking guy, Thomas, in the beginning just said, hello, thank you for coming. And during the videos, he's guiding you through. So he's telling something. You can't hear it in the, right now, but he's like saying, hey, this is our lobby, etc., etc. So you have the first time someone seen, a representative of the hotel, and you can hear him the first time. The next example is also a mix of the things we have just seen. So we're here in a really massive MICE venue in Berlin, next to the Brandenburger Tor. And on the website, if you click on Räume, what is the German word for rooms, you can discover the whole space. You just walk around as in a live site inspection, actually, and you can have a completely view on everything. You can also jump between the specific areas. So let's say you would like to see, I don't know, conference room in the this one here. You click on it, and then you can also walk you around. And the cool thing is now the first time you have different kind of setups which can be uploaded, and the person then can click on the setup you would like to see. Yes, for sure, it is not based on real pictures, but at least the dynamic is there, that people can review the room with the setup they are willing to watch. Yeah, so if it's theater, then they go through the theater setups. If they go through um, um, classroom setups, they go can review the classroom setups. And the good thing is, the staff in the hotel doesn't have to set up, or in the venue doesn't have to set up the rooms for the shooting with different kind of setups, which will cost manpower, time, whatever, labor cost. This room has been scammed empty, and the furniture has been taken pictures of it, and out of this 3D pictures of the furniture has been created as a 3D model. And then in the back end, the event manager can create as many templates as she or he wants, and can assign them to the website, so that the person have different kind of setups to discover. So this is actually a quite dynamic and really cool version of how to do site inspections. And the next thing I would like to rather focus also is the digital twin topic, what I said. So creating the digital twin of an hotel. Let me show you some examples. On the left-hand side, it is the real room of the, I think it's the Scandic in Frankfurt, as well as the Scandic Hotel in Frankfurt as the digital twin. This is actually the idea we got from, so when I say we, I mean all seated. And this is the idea we got from the gaming industry. So if you think about FIFA, for example, they create the digital twin of any stadium. So any user or player of FIFA gets familiar with the environment, and your customer, when he discovers the 3D digital twin of your venue, will get familiar with the area. So here is on the left hand side the physical real room, and on the right hand side the digital twin. For example, the room where we have today's meeting, this virtual meeting, is the ground ballroom of the London Grosvenor Square in Marriott London Grosvenor Square. So you might have been even in this room in live, or when I say that, you might recognize it, but it is the digital twin of this hotel. And so in regards of these kind of tools, it I mean, we all talk about increasing something or closing deals, optimizing something, but it really, really is that efficient. It really is that efficient. I would like to show you how it works then with some examples. So, um, in the back end, this you get the plan of each hotel in 2D, yeah, and maybe you know these kind of tools. On the left hand side, you have then your own furniture, and you can set up the furniture in any kind of setup into the room straight away. Really, really easy, not by pulling one furniture in and changing that. You know, you have specific layout shapes. You can easily drag and drop them inside. And the cool thing is also that you can then create a connect link for each setup. What does that mean? By creating a connect link, you can share the setup your customer has been requested in this email straight away and say, hey, dear client, please find attached the proposal for the event. And by clicking on this link, I created the one-to-one requested setup directly in the room. So the customer is not getting a template with 100 people in theater. No, he's getting 131 people in theater, as well as the flip chart, the stage, the breakout session area, the coffee break area, everything as he has requested. And what you see here in the split screen is I created the link in the back end and send it and created a second tab in Google Chrome and clicked on it because I wanted to show you both perspectives. On the left hand side is the perspective of an event manager. On the right hand side, the experience of a customer. He's with his arrow buttons walking through the venue like you are doing in here in this room, right? Exactly the same experience. The cool stuff is that you as an host are getting a notification that your client is in the room, and you know that he is actually working with your proposal. And if he's now telling you, hey, let's take me, Ferai, something is missing here, we talked about a high table here, etc., etc., you can automatically put in the back end the chair or the table, and the link of the client is being adjusted in real time. So not sending a second link. No, the link is always being set up as the latest version. And it might not look seamless here for you, but you experience it on your computer. The experience in the 3D world is definitely seamless, also for your customer. Just the video is being recorded, and this is the reason why it's not not that seamless. Now I would like to show you another feature. As said, the personal engagement between the salesperson and the customer is still missing in these kind of best practices, what I said. And I will now show you how live site inspection, a site inspection in the digital twin will look like. So you now we're just from the perspective of a sales representative of this hotel. This is Sheraton in Frankfurt. You enter it in the back end. You see your customer. In this case, it's Louisa, and you can give this person a call directly in your system. So no Teams, no Zoom, nothing needed. And as soon as the person is accepting this incoming call, the head of the avatar is turning to the camera. So this is actually what you can experience in this event today as well. And then you have this possibility to talk, etc., etc. At a certain time, sometimes our customer are not that willing in these kind of experiences in that way, that they don't want to have that active role. We have the follow me functionality. What does that mean? The customer is seeing it from our perspective. You can walk him through the whole thing. He sees everything from your customer perspective. You can show him the whole hotel, everything. And as soon as you are done with the site inspection, you unfollow him, and then he is an independent avatar again. So all these kind of, I mean, you can use this tool in the bidding process or, like I said, after closing this business. But thinking about the detailed conversations we are having with our customers weeks before the event. Everything can be done remotely without any effort from the banqueting team or anyone else. Setting up an event in this tool if you have the templates, are not doesn't take longer than 1 minute to customize the space. I mean, depending on the setup. If it's more detailed and more complex, for sure longer. But if you have the templates being done, you can customize and change the templates and set up any kind of event directly, and you have the live engagement. So actually, this is everything I wanted to show. It is. I will come back now to my stage and finish it. Actually, what I want to say is any kind of solution to sell a property remotely is being necessary. It really depends on the budget and the return on invest you are willing to, you would like to have, but it's not enough anymore from our perspective and from the feedback of also our clients, as well as the the clients of our clients, so the paying customer of hotel and the events in the hotels, just to send pictures or something like that. So if you just start with 3D pictures, 360-degree pictures, awesome. If you start with Matterport tour, cool as well. If you would like to have a Matterport area and change the environment, as I just have shown you, this is then maybe the most effective one in the moment. So this is actually everything I wanted to say. Some experiences, some best practice of different kind of solutions for different kind of budgets, and actually just rather talk about the necessary, that how necessary it is to have these kind of solutions. So I'm actually done. Is there are there any questions, anything you would like to ask? Please let me know. Otherwise, I'm in the room and you can contact me at any time. Cool. I think that's it. All right. Happy day. I will come back to you at I need to look it up, but I think 2 p.m. British Summer Time, and it will bring you to the stage again. And but for now, you are feel free to walk around, connect with the booths, and see you in a bit. Thanks. Bye.